Okay, so we're here at our sherd dump site. 3,000 years ago, we have someone, they have a bowl, they have a jug, they have some sort of pottery vessel, and for whatever reason, it has been smashed, it's been destroyed. Perhaps even there could have been another group come in and actually destroy the area, the site as they've taken over, and so this is what remains inside the loci that we actually come across. We collect the pottery that we find. These are the sherds. We put them in those coloured buckets that I was telling you about, and we take them back to be soaked and then the following day washed, and then they can be analysed. Each sherd that we actually find has to be washed on both sides, of course, but also it's really important to get the inside as well, because you can read a lot from what's actually happening inside this area. It can give you an indication of how old it is. It can tell you how well it's been fired. That can also help you with dating a piece of ceramic, of pottery. This is really important because it's much, much cheaper to date something like this when you know what you're looking at than it is to pay the $500 to get the carbon dating. And there's lots of information that's actually on these pieces that you can read. We've got handles, we've got, if I can show you that one here, you can see that's a piece of a handle, you can see that's a pot base. It's you hold a book or something flat actually against a piece of pottery so that you can work out a rim, if there is a rim, the shape of the rim, the positioning of the pottery from the rim will give you an indication of who has actually made that pottery and the time period it's come from. It is, like I said, it's cheaper, and it's quite often much more accurate than any other sort of dating that we could be doing. If you take a look at the lines on this, we can see that this is quite a later period of Byzantine pottery, and the bigger pieces, of course, we can get far more information from. Once they're taken back, if there's anything that's considered to be diagnostic pottery, in other words, it's something that can be useful to correctly date the various loci, that will then be bagged into a diagnostic bag, and that is usually taken back to the university or whatever the organisation is that's been given permission to actually do the excavation. So then, of course, it's really important that we're ethical with the pieces that are considered now not useful for our purpose. Just because we don't consider this to be something that we want to use to diagnose what we're looking for doesn't mean someone in the future might not consider this to be really important. And it's important that we return it to the site so that others can come back in the future and use this if they feel they need to for something that they're looking for. So all of our work in digging and all of our cleaning comes back to the graveyard here.